Hey guys, I'm Alessio and this is my cinema, and today I'm gonna talk about Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia is a movie directed by David Lean and written by Robert Bolt and Michael Wilson, based on the writings of Lawrence of Arabia himself. Thomas Edward Lawrence is played by Peter O'Toole, and the other characters are played by Alec Guinness, Anthony Quinn, and Omar Sharif. This movie, I think, should be watched by anyone who loves cinema and who wants to enter in this industry, because this movie, it's important for directors, it's important for actors, it's important for writers, for production designers, and for cinematographers, because this movie achieves excellence in every one of those important parts of a movie production. Because this movie, it's almost 4 hours long, but you won't ever feel this length on your skin, because this movie, it has so much to offer. It has so much to offer on the direction point, on the cinematographers, on the music as well, which I didn't mention, and also the acting by Peter O'Toole. The others are good as well, but the character that Peter O'Toole was amazing. Indeed, I thought I could watch this movie at least the first and a half hour, where there aren't so much dialogues. Without them, I felt like I could watch just walking in this desert, incredibly shot and photographed, because it is really gorgeous, and the music accompanying it was amazing. It's just a feeling that I never felt, probably last year with The Revenant, but The Revenant doesn't have so much interesting and developed story, because The Revenant is just a revenge story. Indeed, he wasn't even nominated for an Oscar on this side, because it was a normal vengeance story. I mean, it was a very good one, but still. And also it has better characters, because at least more complex, because the character of Leonardo DiCaprio played last year wasn't so complex as the character that Peter O'Toole had to represent on this film, because Lawrence of Arabia is a character that at first it is a very highly educated person, a person that it's not afraid to speak his mind even to higher officers, and it's also a goofy character at first, but he will be a hero. He will be fierce and he will be respected by those populations that couldn't even stand each other before him, but now they are working together, led by him to make them achieve the dream of Lawrence, that it's to give to the Arabic population a country. Lawrence's character is also a broken man. He has lots of problems because of what he does to try to make those tribes work together for this goal. And for example, he has to kill a man which he saved in the desert, just because otherwise his dream would be broken even before to start, and this will sign him a lot, because he will not like what he feels after, because he will feel like he enjoyed it, but he never shows happiness because of this. He feels bad. He also feels like he wants to resign and have a normal job, the easiest one to never think or has to do hard choices, because this role is influencing a lot on his psyche. But he also feels sad and disgusted by himself, because somehow he doesn't recognize himself as an Arab yet. He knows that under his clothing he is still pale and white, like an Englishman, at least the usual one, and this gives him a hard time. And as you can see, he feels lots of emotion. He's never feeling one way. He has always two emotions fighting to have the best on him, but then there is never one who wins, and that's why Lawrence of Arabia is a very complex character, portrayed really well by Peter O'Toole, but he plays him so well that you never feel like that. He plays him so good that he feels like he's playing himself. That is not even acting, and that's great. And I think that every actor should study this performance if he wants to be great, because this performance is great. And this performance, for example, when he limps after that. He was sitting on the camel for a lot, or for example that he rides from left to right, helps a lot to David Lean's vision, because David Lean wanted to create a movie that felt like real and felt like epic, and David Lean achieved this goal really greatly, because I think no movie that can be made, that would be made now or in the next year, will never make you feel the same emotion that Lawrence of Arabia can make you feel, because David Lean created scenes where there is the army, this Arabic army, should be composed by 1,000 Arabs riding horses or camels, and there are so many people during those scenes. There are so many horses and camels, and you never feel like it's less. Like for example, there are 20 and the others are CG, because for CG there wasn't, but you never feel like it's fake. You see that all those people are there, and that helps to create the emotions of epicness, and no movie now with CG can make you feel like that. You will never see a movie with a great army that it's made nowadays that feels like that, because it's impossible. CGI it's not able to give you this feeling, or doesn't allow you to make the shots that David Lean was able to make with all those people. I think if I need to name any problem in this movie, it will be after the break, and you will be wondering why a break, because after 2 hours and a quarter in this movie it appears the writing say intermission, and for 5 minutes there is a black screen with epic music on there, but the intermission is not there. From I just wonder why it's still there even for the digital version. But that's not the problem. That's the problem. It's that after the intermission, it feels like the movie it's rushed. It feels like the directors and the crew felt like they recorded already too much, and they had to make it faster. And this is a problem, because the movie has a faster pace after, but it doesn't feel good as before. I mean, it's not a huge problem. It's just a bit faster. Not to be worried, but I think that if there was other 30 minutes added to this movie, because actually they added some minutes in the last version that they released for Blu-ray, but I think that probably other 30 minutes would have been perfect for this movie, or at least just 15. And I also know that this movie, as many people said when this movie was released, that has some historical inaccuracies or problems with the portraying of Lawrence characters, but doesn't make me feel like it's a problem for me. This movie is still great, it's still an epic peak of 4 hours, and everyone should watch it. So I think I have nothing to say more about this movie. If you liked it, click the like button or the dislike one. If you didn't enjoy, you can share it with your friend, and also subscribe if you want to see more classic reviews, because I think that next week, except of a newer movie, I will do another classic review, and this would be another David Lynch movie, which will be Dr. Zivago. Now I'm interested in his movies, and see you next time.